When caring too much leaves you feeling foolish, 10 reasons why people take genuine love for granted. Have you ever poured your heart into someone only to realize they didn't value you the same way? You gave them your time, affection, and loyalty, only to be met with indifference or, even worse, taken for granted. It's one of the most painful experiences, to care deeply and discover you didn't mean as much to them as they meant to you. This happens all too often because people have a strange tendency to underestimate anything that comes easily or freely. And love, when it's given without conditions, is often taken for granted. But what does it mean to care too much? Should you hold back your love to avoid being hurt? Let's dive into why this happens, how it affects us, and how we can love without losing ourselves. Humans are wired to chase what seems scarce and valuable. It's a sad reality. When something feels too easy to have, we often don't appreciate it. The same applies to relationships. If you're always available, always forgiving, and always giving without limits, some people will start to assume your love requires no effort to keep. But here's the catch. It's not your love that's the problem. It's the person who fails to value it. Real love, kindness, and affection should never be seen as weaknesses. However, when you care too much for someone who doesn't know your worth, you end up feeling used and emotionally drained. When someone loves us deeply, it should be a blessing. Yet, many people fail to appreciate this kind of love until it's gone. Genuine love is rare, but it's often undervalued because it comes freely and without conditions. Why does this happen? Here are 10 reasons why people take genuine love for granted. 1. Familiarity breeds contempt. When someone is always there for you, supporting you, caring for you, and loving you, it's easy to get used to their presence. Over time, what once felt special becomes ordinary. The constant availability of love can lead some people to believe it will always be there, even if they neglect or mistreat it. 2. They mistake kindness for weakness. Some people misinterpret genuine love, care, and kindness as a sign of weakness. They think, no matter what I do, this person will always forgive me and stay. As a result, they push boundaries, take advantage, and fail to reciprocate, believing that your love has no limits. 3. They are emotionally immature. Emotional immaturity prevents people from recognizing the depth and value of true love. They may crave excitement or chaos, confusing drama with passion, and overlooking the steady, secure, and selfless nature of real love. 4. They believe you'll never leave. When someone feels secure that you will always be there, they may stop putting in effort. They think your love is unconditional to the point of tolerating neglect or disrespect. It's only when you walk away that they realize what they lost. 5. They have never experienced a healthy love before. Some people simply don't recognize genuine love because they've never seen or experienced it. If they are used to toxic relationships, manipulation, or inconsistency, healthy love may feel too easy, too calm, or even boring to them. 6. They prioritize other things over the relationship. Some people get so caught up in their careers, personal goals, or friendships that they forget to nurture the relationship. They assume that since love is freely given, it doesn't require maintenance or care. Unfortunately, by the time they realize their mistake, it's often too late. 7. They take advantage of unconditional giving. When you give without expecting anything in return, some people take it as a license to keep receiving without giving back. They become comfortable taking from you emotionally, physically, or financially, and they stop appreciating your generosity. 8. They are self-centered. Some people are so focused on their own needs and desires that they can't appreciate what someone else brings into their life. They view love only through the lens of, what can I get from this person, rather than, how can I value and nurture this love? 9. They think they can do better. In some cases, people overestimate their options. They believe that no matter how good you are to them, there might be someone better out there. This mindset causes them to neglect or disrespect the person who genuinely loves them. 10. They only realize the value of love when it's gone. Sadly, many people only understand the depth of what they had after they've lost it. The silence after your absence speaks louder than anything your presence did. Regret often hits hardest when there's no chance of getting back what they took for granted. Genuine love is a rare and precious gift. The sad truth is that some people won't appreciate it until it's gone. But remember this, the right person will never take your love for granted. They will see your worth, cherish your presence, and reciprocate your care. Never stop loving deeply, but do learn to give your love where it's valued and appreciated. You deserve that. The pain of caring too much. There's a unique kind of heartbreak that comes from realizing you cared more than they did. It's not just the loss of the relationship that hurts. It's the feeling of being made a fool for giving your whole heart. You replay every conversation, every sacrifice, and every moment you stood by their side, only to wonder, was any of it appreciated? You might have experienced 1. Unreciprocated effort. You always check on them, but they never do the same. 2. One-sided sacrifices. You rearrange your life for them, but they wouldn't lift a finger for you. 3. Lack of appreciation. Your kindness is met with indifference or, worse, entitlement. And when it's over, you're left not only with heartbreak, but also embarrassment for caring so deeply for someone who didn't deserve it. Is the solution to love less? It's tempting to believe that the answer is to stop caring so much, or to withhold affection altogether. Some people even adopt a cold, guarded approach to relationships, thinking, if I don't care, I can't get hurt. But this isn't the answer. The problem was never that you loved too much. It was that you loved someone who didn't know how to receive or return that love. Closing your heart won't protect you from pain. It will only rob you of the joy of genuine connection. How to love without losing yourself. The key is not to love less, but to love wisely. Here's how you can care deeply without being taken for granted. 1. Set healthy boundaries. Love should flow freely, but without boundaries, it can become self-destructive. Know your limits. Give your time and energy, but never at the cost of your self-respect. 2. Match their effort. In any healthy relationship, effort should be mutual. Don't keep overgiving to someone who only takes. If they don't value your presence, step back and see if they notice your absence. 3. Don't over-explain your worth. Real love doesn't need constant proof or persuasion. If someone doesn't see your value when you're being your genuine self, they're not the right person for you. 4. Value yourself first. You teach others how to treat you by how you treat yourself. When you respect your time, energy, and emotions, others will too. 5. Watch their actions, not just their words. People can say they care, but how they act when you need them most reveals the truth. Pay attention to actions. They tell you everything you need to know. Loving deeply is never a weakness. It's a strength. It means you have a heart that's open and capable of forming real, meaningful connections. The world needs more people who love genuinely and selflessly. But it's okay to be selective about who you share that heart with. Give your best to those who cherish it. When you find someone who values your love, your affection will never be too much. It will be exactly what they treasure. Finally, yes, it hurts to realize you didn't mean as much to someone as you thought you did. But that pain is not a sign that you loved wrong. It's a sign that you loved someone who wasn't ready for your kind of love. So, never regret caring too much. Instead, learn to care for people who deserve your heart. Love boldly, but protect your peace. The right person will never make you feel foolish for giving them your all. And remember, it's not about expressing less love, it's about expressing it to the right person. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.